Hey, Shaz, might just be you and me this morning. I didn't plan on going live. I slept in. I spent the whole weekend watching horror movies. Swear to God. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, go ahead and post your link in here. I know there's not many people in here. There's 5. Well, I see 5, but not 5 talking. I stayed up really, really late last night. I was in Bombshells for a long time. And then after I got off there, I was wide awake. So I started watching another movie, which scared the crap out of me. So I couldn't sleep right. And then I said to my husband yesterday, I said, can you wake me up at 6:00? So he tries to wake me up and I'm like, oh no, I'm not getting out of bed. I'm going back to bed, back to sleep. So I'm back to sleep. Nothing. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Oh my God. They were all on net. No. Some were on, 2 were on Showtime, and I can't, one was The Hole in the Earth or something like that. The Hole in the Ground. No, The Hole in the Ground. Another one was The Monster. Another one was, I'm trying to remember all the names of the movies that I watched. There were so many. I must have watched 7 horror movies this weekend. One was The Monster. One was, last night, the movie I watched was, I can't remember. It was this couple that were, hang on, let me check, because I looked it up because I wanted to see who the cast was on it. What was the name of it? I watched it in the middle of the night, so I should remember. Scary Stories was another one. Relic was another one. Oh, that was creepy. That was really creepy. Ugh, that was like beyond creepy. Another one was, God, what was the movie? I don't know. They buy this house and, oh my gosh, there's somebody hiding in the house. Oh, this is really, really creepy. And she keeps hearing like noises and she keeps seeing things in the house. It was really, really creepy. There was some more that I watched. I can't remember. My husband said I could pick all the movies this weekend. So I picked all scary movies. My daughter is going to an outdoor horror thing called Psycho. You go in the dark. There's a maze, scary city area, a wooded area, and they chase you around. I don't think I'd like that. I don't know. I do not think I would like that very much. There's going to be a lot of like scary things going on this month. I don't know if as much as the years past, like before they used to have something go on at Kennywood. I don't know now if they do that, because of all COVID and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. But yeah. So that's what I did yesterday. Like seriously, like all day and into the night. Like I stopped for a little bit and watched a stream on here, and then, and off and on, because I was watching a movie at the same time. The monster movie was really creepy, really creepy. Ginger. But sometimes I think real life is scarier than the movies. I mean, seriously. I mean, don't you guys think this YouTube is scarier sometimes than real life? Here, let me put my camera on. I know I look like shit, but I just got up a little bit ago. I'm like, I had my husband get me up this morning at 6, but I turned to him and I looked at him and I said, "You got to be kidding me." I was up till 5:30, fell asleep, barely fell asleep, and he's waking me up. Like, no, ain't happening. I was up like till almost 5 o'clock. Well, I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning watching horror movies. So it was like, oh, Shaz, you're sweet. Lie to me some more. Lie to me some more. I love it when you lie to me. But yeah, so I must have watched, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What else did I watch? I watched a shorter one too. It wasn't very long. And then I watched a few on Netflix. One was, their daughter gets like killed and gets torn up by these this dog, so she dies, and then she goes to this place where they bring her alive for 3 days, but they can only have her for 3 days. So it's like really creepy. So after the 3 days they have to send her back. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, it was one scary movie after another. No, not yet. I was concentrating on horror movies this weekend. I'm like so lazy. I hate reading subtitles. So I probably wouldn't like it. I am lazy that way. No, but I've been reading up on the Squid Games. It seems like everybody knew about them except for me. I don't know. If you watch that, you will not be able to take your eyes off of it. I don't know. Oh, it sounds so crazy to me. I mean, I'm into horror, but I'm not into crazy so much. It sounds crazy. It does. It sounds crazy. I'm sorry, but it does. But I will check it out. Oh, first cup of coffee of the day is like the best. I should have had my husband bring me up a cup of coffee. I probably would have woke up sooner. Hey, True Helper. How you doing? Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you. I don't know about happy, but busy. I'm kind of, well, to me, every day is a weekend for me. So I don't even know what it's like to look forward to a weekend, because I mean, I don't work. So, but I remember what it was like. I am getting in a spooky mood. Oh, and I'm not even going to talk about it because I keep getting made fun of. But last night, because a lot of people don't believe in this, but I saw maybe because I was watching scary movies, but I saw this great big black, it looked like smoke, just go across my ceiling last night. And I don't know if it was because I was watching these creepy movies, because I watched them. Keep in mind, I watched them all day, like nonstop, all day. But I saw it looked like smoke and it smelled like smoke. And I have been smelling smoke lately. Like, you know how when you go outside and you light a fire, light a fire outside? That's what I've been smelling in my house. I've even like checked to make sure that there's no fire going on, and neither of us smoke, so it's not from smoking. You know how we Pennsylvanians do. Did you hear we had 3 tornadoes touch down near Pittsburgh, True Helper? Kind of, but it's not scary like it is on TV. Like on TV, when you watch a movie, it's the music and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up. Here, it's stuff like the footsteps, that I hear from upstairs, or the creaking, or the, like I said, like the smoke going across my ceiling last night. It's not scary stuff. Halloween is my favorite holiday. We deck our home out, Carla. That could be a sign of a demonic spirit. Maybe get some sage and burn. I'm going to try and buy some sage, because the last time I bought sage, it disappeared, never to be found again. When my aunt, what could be a sign of a demonic spirit? The black smoke? I think it maybe was just because last night I got the creeps so bad from watching all those. Oh, the monster movie was really scary to me. We had an E3 that destroyed a car dealership near us about a month ago. That coupled with the flooding, it was insane. Yeah, well, they weren't too near us. I mean, I was kind of freaked out about it, but my husband was like, it's not coming near us. But near where his office is, it blew out the windows in Target, completely blew out the windows. And then there was a house where it blew the roof off. So we got it. I mean, it made national news. So, whenever anything makes national news, it's like, yeah, that's Pittsburgh. That's where I'm from. So anyone do anything? I know Ginger Locks did some exciting stuff this weekend. I'm telling you, don't stay up late and watch horror movies, because you never get back to sleep. And don't look around your room in the dark, because then it's like, and then I kept hearing, it sounded like, an empty water bottle when it gets crunched up, how it makes that like crinkly sounding thing. That's what I kept hearing. And there was no water. This thing is, there was no water bottles. Yeah, but I heard you have to do it the right way, or it's no good. Like if you don't do it the right way, then you're going to do more harm than good. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Maybe I should just send them back to the cemetery across the street. That's probably where they came from. Because we have one. We have a cemetery right across the street. Do you ever watch that show on here? What is it? He walks through cemeteries and he tells a story. He goes to certain graves and he tells the story of that person's life. It's really good. Walking. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really, really good. Smudge with some sage. I don't know. Oh, what is that channel called? I can't remember. You know who would know is Samara would know. I don't know if it's called Walking in a Cemetery or Hi Noor. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I like when new people come in. I do. I do. It's too early for people to be up. Everybody was up really late in the middle of the night. And there's still some hey, LaDonna. Nope. Never found the sage from last year. Seriously, never did. And I have gone through this house from top to bottom. I do have this though, which is supposed to give you good energy. And I have some, I think it's selenite near my bed. There's all kinds of stuff that you can use to give you good energy. Supposedly. Now, look, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. I don't know. But you know what I have been watching a lot of, LaDonna, and you'll appreciate this, is I've been watching a lot of the, what do you call them? Not the amphibians. What do you call those things? Those things that you always watch. Those lizard people. That's what I call them. The smell of smoke or rotten eggs could be a sign of spirits that E3 that touched down within a few miles of us. Its path was close, tree damage only, thank God. Be prepared, not scared. Yeah, reptilians. Oh God, why can I never remember the reptilians? What? Oh yeah. Now I know what I saw. I saw where they were talking about Meghan Markle and saying that they thought she might be a reptilian. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, she was like, or was it a reptilian, or she was like a glitch in the Matrix? I don't know what it was. I don't know. It's like I've been watching a lot of those like weird shows lately. So it is what it is, you know. But yesterday it was all horror movies. Day one after another, after another, after another, after another. What's that? What were you disappointed in? I had a great weekend, even though the Philadelphia Eagles suck. I still had an awesome weekend. I know you did, all dressed up in your 20s attire. Did you do like, what did those flappers used to do in the 20s? And they do like some kind of certain dance they used to do. You should have. Why didn't you take pictures of yourself at that party? That's the only, I was going to complain about that. You took pictures of everybody else but yourself. The Philadelphia Eagles, they suck. So do the Pittsburgh Steelers lately. Oh, do you? Well, make a video. Make a video. Was your husband dressed up too? In a zoot suit? Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what men used to wear then. I know what women used to wear, but not men. So, oh. So yeah, I watched movies all day until like real late last night. And then I started watching a stream, and then I was up real late. And then I watched a movie after that. I think it was called Aftermath. It might have been called Aftermath. But it was, I almost fell over, guys. Almost like tipped over my chair. Weird. I'm a weirdo. Whatever. I made a video for the birthday girl. I'll share it with you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to learn how to do, like, how to record off my iPad. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. I wish I did. Every time I record something, so how come everybody else can record things and they never get a copyright? Every time I record something, I get a copyright every single time. Every single time. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to play today. Hang on, guys. Oh, if I can find this. Oops. Hang on. Because it was like pretty cool. Oh, I just got a notification. I don't know what for. Who knows? Oh, here we go. Okay, listen. You got to listen to this because it's like really creepy. But watch, I'll get a copyright for this. Can you guys hear it? I'll get a copyright. I know I will. All it is just creepy music, but I think it's probably yeah, I'll probably get in trouble for playing it. But that's all it was. It was just copywritten music from YouTube. Not copywritten, but scary music from YouTube. Because I wanted to make a video and then maybe put that music in it, but oh, I get a copyright every time I play a song. It doesn't matter what it was. I'll play a song and check my email and I've got a copyright. It's like all the time. I don't do anything because if it's something like really serious, they'll just remove it themselves. So I usually don't do anything. My friends' kids were there and I will not put them on YouTube, but I can make a video for you. YouTube without the kids. Oh, okay. Yeah, you should. Sound like you had fun. How long were you gone? Like all weekend? We went out for dinner, or not dinner, but we went out for lunch on Saturday. And both me and my husband, I don't know what, while we ate one of the same things, we were sick Saturday night, like all night. Like, I mean, really sick. I mean, I won't get into details, but we were both really sick. There was nothing left in my stomach. He even, like, because I was still feeling like kind of crappy yesterday, he actually made dinner for me, which was really sweet, I thought. He always does, though, when I'm not feeling well. He does. He makes my dinner and brings it up to me. Hey, Carlos, how are you? I like Carlos. Carlos is a great guy. Carlos, sub up to Carlos. He's got a great channel. I'm going to find his channel and I'm going to post it because he's a pretty good guy. I'm sub to him. Carlos, you're getting up there, man. Here you go. Carlos's channel. If you guys want to sub up to him. I should start doing my early morning streams again. I've been like so lax lately. Carla, when I tell you this was one of the coolest experiences, I'm not kidding. Jason and I kept looking at each other like, this is so cool. Like getting dressed up, or come up and tell me about it. Come up and tell me about it. You're welcome, honey. If you guys want to sub up to Jamie's Madhouse, Jamie has a great channel too. He discusses topics of the day, whatever. You did see me message that girl to message me. Yes, I still haven't received anything. I hope she don't forget so I can get this to her. Sleep problems suck. Have you guys ever watched that channel where he shows you natural ways to get rid of like ants and fleas? And one of the ways to get rid of fleas really floored me. It was like you cut an orange in half and you rub the dog's fur with it. Like it's a good channel. I've been watching so many different channels lately. It's not even funny. Oh, thank you, True Helper. You're a sweetheart. Do you go live at all? Because I'll post your channel too. Listen, I'm easy, but I'm no tramp. I don't know. I'm seriously been like trying to stay out of all the drama. I'm not even talking about anything crime related. I'm just talking about whatever comes up in here. And another place, like another good channel, I mean, I should have watched last night, was Let's Read, because that might have put me to sleep a decent hour, but no, I had to watch horror movies and scare the crap out of myself. And I did. But oh, okay. Okay. That's okay. That's none of my business. I'm just so here's my thing with YouTube. I'm disappointed in it because I see where all people want on here is just to be mean and nasty to each other, and I'm not going to be a party to any of it. I don't care if my channel is the most boring channel on YouTube. I'm not a true crime channel. I'm just morning coffee channel. And it's like I'm having coffee with 6 people this morning. And it doesn't matter to me. I would rather have coffee with 6 people than listen to someone scream and yell and be nasty with 300 people. And that's one thing. Hi, Jim. How are you doing? I watched Halloween Kills. Oh, Halloween Kills last night. I wasn't too, I wasn't impressed with it either. Like, here's the thing with Halloween, the Halloween franchise. I mean, they've done everything. They've killed him. I don't know how many times. Like, how many times can one guy die before he's going to stay down? Because the last Halloween movie that they did, supposedly he was dead, but they resurrected him, just like the Jason franchise and the Freddy franchise and all those franchises. So, but yeah, so I'm like, I've been watching so many different channels, and like, and another channel I really like is Simple Living Alaska. It's a really great channel. They teach you how to do all kinds of like canning stuff, and oh my God, they have a wonderful garden, and oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And they're so good to their dogs. Alaska is a beautiful, beautiful state. It's beautiful. I mean, I would be scared to go anywhere there because the grizzly bears, but they go fishing for salmon, and I mean, they're amazing. This couple. It's called Simple Living Alaska. And then there's another channel I watch called Cole and Jay, and they just had a baby, but they go fishing together, kayaking together. I mean, they're amazing. They're this couple, and she is not afraid to grab a snake and hold it. I mean, she'll reach under something, even though even if she doesn't know, like, if it's poisonous or not, she's like reaching under rocks and stuff and picking up these snakes. I'm like, oh God. Another one is, what's the other one? I just thought of it. Cole and Jay is one. Simple Living Alaska is another one. What's the other one I watch? God, I watch so many of them. Yeah, Alaska does get cold, and earlier. I watched that, like, little miniature cooking channel. I love that. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm probably not going to do much, but watch some more movies. Shaz, you're so beautiful. You're such a beautiful lady. I can't watch Halloween anymore. I have visual recall, memory bank. Nope. I don't know. I mean, it's just, they've killed him off so many times. Like, when's he going to actually die? Forever. Forever. I don't know. Probably never. As long as they can make money off him, they'll keep resurrecting him. A friend up in Alaska has had snow for nearly 2 weeks now. Yeah. The channel, summer. Next year is the last one. Sure it is. I don't know about that. You always think, I thought last year would be the last one because, I mean, for sure, I thought he was dead, and then they come out with Halloween Kills. So, yeah, so I went on Showtime yesterday. Sorry, guys. I got a froggy in my throat. But yeah, I went on Showtime yesterday and just typed in scary movies. So every scary movie that came up, I watched. And it's not really good for sleeping at night, especially the last one, Apparition. I think it was called Apparition. That was scary. Scared me because she's standing up and you see this black shadow figure behind her. I'm like, oh my God. When and the music builds and builds, and that's what scares me. That's when I can't watch anymore, is when the music builds. What are you saying? I've been following this container port situation on Sage News and military aircraft movements on Monkeyworks. Less conspiracy theories these days. Wow. Anyone ever see? Oh, I did. Did not like that one either. Did not like that one. And Stephanie Harlow, I just got a notification. She's got her Halloween videos up now. She's got good videos. I like Stephanie Harlow. I really do. She's cool. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with all the true crime around here. I know there's a lot of different things going on, but not involved, not getting involved. I'm just minding my own business. It's sunny out though today. Look how sunny it is. Can you see? Sunny, sunny, sunny. Wonder if I can. Woo! I don't like that. That shows me too much. That's okay though. My husband finally fixed the lights in here because they went out one by one by one. So now instead of one light, we've got 4 again. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come on early tomorrow. I'm going to turn this off. That light, I need to fix it in a certain way that it's not shining in my eyes because that like bothers my eyes. LaDonna, we miss you over here in the stale donut community. This morning was a good morning. My dog hadn't managed a kitchen raid and midnight snack. He's been opening doors to adjoining rooms to get in there. Wow. Gemma. Hi, beautiful. How are you, girl? I was thinking you didn't like me anymore. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm sorry. That's my fault, though. I have been lax in going live. I really have. I haven't been either, Jem, only because it's just too much sadness. Too much, I can't watch about kids anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. And it just seems like when a child is missing or murdered, I have a hard time with it. So I'm just like backing away. I mean, there's a place for people to do that, but here, I don't want to talk about that stuff, even for my own sanity. I mean, every time it's something like that happens, I think about, my grandchildren and, because they're always like around the same age as one of my grandchildren. So I've got 11 of them. So I've been having anxiety issues. Was told to stop going live by a supposed YouTube friend. Oh. Well, you do what you have to do for your own. I am going to sneeze. I didn't sneeze, but I felt like sneezing. I did. Oh, Gemma, don't worry about what people say. I don't. People make fun of my channel all the time, make fun of me, make fun of my age, make fun of my looks, make fun of this, make fun of that. I'm like, I don't care because for one thing, unless someone tells me about it, I usually don't see it. Every once in a while, I'll see it for myself, but those people mean nothing to me. Do you think I care if someone puts a puking emoji in a chat? I just think, how do you raise your kids? Is that how you raise your kids? Like, grow up? It is what it is. I just uploaded my autism and Halloween activities video. Oh, cool. I'll have to go watch it. I like to watch more positive things on here. Oh, I've got to start throwing stuff. Like I'm starting to think about downsizing now. I would love to have like a what do you call it? A garage sale and get rid of a lot of stuff. Like I've got 5 sets of dishes. I've got 4 sets of silverware. I've got all kinds of stuff, and most of the stuff in the basement is my husband's stuff. So That'll never go. But stuff, I mean, I was looking last night. I'm like, I really have to get rid of some of this stuff. Because when we move into our house, I want the bare minimum. Bare minimum. I mean, bare minimum. I don't want a lot of things on the walls. I'll get I'll get, what do you call those books that you put pictures in? Albums, photo albums. And I'll put them in there, and I'll have a couple of pictures on the walls, and that's about it. But nothing like, not a lot of stuff. Just too much. As they say in the Boyd, fuck them all. Yeah, exactly, LaDonna. I don't really care. I realize what's important in my life. I'd love, see, my husband doesn't want a tiny home. That's a problem. He wants an average size. I mean, he wants an average size home, like 1,500 square feet or whatever. The house we have now is, it's 2,000 something. We've got 2-3 floors, so actually 4, because if you count the attic. But I don't want a lot of stuff to dust. I don't want to, I've got 2 china cabinets, 2, not 1, 2. So I'm just going to have to, I got all kinds of boxes of stuff, like one of these days, actually, and I promised Remy that I would give her, and I didn't forget about it, that I would give her, what do you call it? What do you call those? Keurig. I still have it sitting in the box. I just have been too lazy. I haven't gone to the post office. I should actually one of these days go to the post office. I'll start mailing stuff out. I should do this. Maybe someone would like these. I should do a giveaway again. I got so many things that I could give away that I've made. I know people think it's crazy. I'm they make fun of me for crocheting. They make fun of me for everything. That's okay, Ginger. I was just asking if you wanted to come up. But you probably have to go to school and pick up the girls or do something. I watch Chance's World. He shows manufactured homes with the cutest floor plans to catch the newest home ideas. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're probably going to. Okay. I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as buying a house. It depends on what they have on the market. Let me see. I have to do that. How's my crap today? Good Lord. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, you just put them on your stove, around the handle on your stove, and they're for wiping your hands or whatever. So I might do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway. I've been saying that forever. I've got a lot of stuff, and then a market bag. I have a market bag. I have a couple of market bags I want to give away. Hey.
Hey.
So you had fun, huh?
It was, we went to the party, and I could tell, Jason's I hope, there's people in jeans, I'm going to kill you. I swear to God. And he was all mad, and everybody's decked out in 1920 stuff. He's I said, I said, there was one guy, there was maybe one guy in jeans. And
What did Jason dressed as?
he had pinstripe pants with a vest and a Jeff hat.
Wow, where'd you get that at?
Oh, I mean, that's like a normal wardrobe stuff that he has here at home. It's pretty easy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I bought my dress on Amazon, but it was way too big.
You have a game husband, because my husband would never do that. He'd be the one guy in jeans.
You know what? He's like, you don't ask me to do it much, so I'll do it this time.
Oh, okay. But it was fun, so he enjoyed it, right?
Well, I mean, number one, they turned their basement completely into a speakeasy, not just like for the night, for the day. Like that's their basement decor.
Oh,
Like
nice.
where we were standing, he had built this stone wall, and with that stone wall inside is nothing but it's a huge wine rack, but it's behind bars because it's prohibition. Get it?
Oh,
Right?
that's
So
cool.
there's another jail on the other side of the wall. And then they have a bar, a pool table, like this big long table you could sit at. It was totally catered. Like, hello, everyone. Did whatever, going around with, all kind of hors d'oeuvres. Not that I could eat any of them. But like they had the drinks. They had drinks made for especially 1920 and could explain to you the reasons why they used everything and stuff. And
Wow.
it was the coolest thing. And then there was this jazz band. I'm like,
I had a whole, oh yeah, I saw that in your video. Of the jazz band. That is so cool. That is so cool.
yeah, the jazz band was amazing.
You have the coolest friends ever. You do. You do. You guys do that shit all the time.
we like to have fun.
I know, but I mean, it takes cool friends to do that stuff.
I told my one friend that oh God, I don't think I've seen her in like 2-3 years, close to, just because
Oh.
COVID and everything and stuff. And oh my God, like when I hugged the two of us, like we hugged each other for so long, we're like, oh my God.
Aww.
And so we had drinks and with the bee's knees, and everything was awesome. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's good. How long did you stay there?
The party started at 4:30. Well, 4. We got there at 4:30, and everybody was already there except for her mother. Now, this is my best friend's sister, but we've always all been friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, a lot of us, we've been friends for years and years. And it was just, and her mom and dad did wind up showing up later. And it was just so, like, just a very fun, cool time, and the guy, like, we tipped the bartender, and I tipped the bartender pretty well. And every time Jason had his hand empty, the bartender would constantly come up and give him another drink.
Oh, gee, that's the kind of place you want to be.
Who's driving home here, me or you? I thought you were.
Oh, nice. Were your girls there?
My girls? No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, where were they?
This was date night.
Oh, okay. Well, where were your girls?
They were home with Grandma.
Oh.
Grandma stayed.
Grandmas do come in handy every once in a while, huh?
Grandma came up, and it was my mother-in-law, and we went up there and we stayed in a hotel. We were in Bethlehem, PA.
Wow.
So it was just super.
So what did you do the next day? Did you do anything like awesome?
No. Well, we went to, I went and showed him Main Street. We went to get, like, he got a bagel with egg and cheese. All I got was a coffee. And then we went to this, like, overlook, which is so pretty, of the town of Bethlehem. And we stood there, and that's where he sat, and we ate breakfast, and we had coffee. And
I've
then
never been to Bethlehem. I don't even know where it is.
up near the Poconos.
Oh, okay.
So then,
Never been there.
yeah, so then we came home, and I rested for a little bit because my friend wanted me to come over to watch the game in her house.
Oh,
I said,
you
sure.
and your football.
I said,
You and your
I said,
football.
I think I can. I think I might be able to swing it if I could get a proper rest in, and I kind of did. So I felt kind of rejuvenated. Went over there, but we were just all sitting around the couch. I mean, we didn't do anything. She
Right.
hors d'oeuvres, like, and I not much I could eat anyway, but it was just fun. Like we were just sitting around, and I got home around 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's good. At
Yeah,
least you had a good weekend. I'm glad. I'm happy
except
for
the
you.
Eagles completely sucking, like sucking. And you know what an Eagles fan I am.
Mm-hmm.
Worst team in the world right now.
You're a big Eagles fan. Big Eagles fan. I've seen some videos that you've done when you've watched football.
Oh, my kids are like, oh, Jesus Christ, there goes mom again. Yeah, no, I'm the one who yells at, yeah, I yell at the TV. I'll yell at the coach. I yell at the players. I always
You've
yelled
never
at
gone to,
the yesterday.
gone to games, like
I'm like,
physically gone to games, haven't you?
my spine is broken, my back is broken, and I can still do a better job than you guys.
You're funny. Oh
Oh,
my God, you crack me up, girl.
oh God, they just suck right now. My God, you can't. They people who are supposed to defend on the offensive line or on the offensive line, and they can't defend your quarterback.
See, I must say I'm not a football person. I
Um,
don't watch. I will watch hockey, but I
you know what
right.
what a quarterback is, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do know that.
Okay.
I do know that much. But I just don't like I don't know.
Well, see that's what when the quarterback's got the ball, you got that line of guys in front of you.
Right.
To protect you from the guys who are coming to try to take the ball from you. So
Right.
when the quarterback, those guys who are trying to protect them suck. And I like
Right.
Jason Kelsey. He's an Eagle, and somebody ripped off his helmet. I mean, and not only that, like bad ref call yesterday too, but I mean that even without the bad ref calls, they still sucked.
Yeah.
I can
Oh my
admit it.
God.
I can admit it when we stink right now.
Oh Lord. Well, at least you had a good weekend.
My friend T like, ooh, she's like, the head coach is hot. I'm like, he stinks. Look at what he did to this team. Are you kidding me?
At least one of us had a good weekend.
Yes.
Someone's like sick on Saturday night, and I'm like thinking of you. Oh my gosh, this is how she feels all the time. I feel so bad for her. Both me and my husband were sick Saturday night. It was horrible.
Sick with what?
I don't know.
Stomach issue?
I'm thinking we might have had either caught a stomach virus, or we had slight food poisoning.
I
I
got
don't know. Because we ate the same.
Were you
I
thrown
mean,
up?
we ate the same thing. It was fish tacos,
Oh.
and I don't know if the
Yeah.
fish wasn't done
We
right or
both had it. It was food poisoning.
that's how we both. I mean, we both had it because I asked him. Because in the morning I said, "How did you feel?" Because he slept in the other room. He was snoring so loud. They go in the other room, and then all of a sudden it hit me. It just hit me like crazy. So I asked him in the morning. I said, Did you feel all right last night? He said, no, I'm not too good. And I said, oh, well, then maybe it was something I ate.
There was something.
Because I couldn't figure out what it was. And it was like,
Definitely.
it was to the point where I could barely make it to the bathroom. I mean, it was
and fish is something that's a weary, either it's cooked, and if it's not cooked correctly or it's not sat too long, yeah, oof, yeah.
I have gotten food poisoning from fish one time, and I was never I wanted to die. I was so sick. For 3 days it lasted. I had nothing in my stomach. I couldn't even drink water. And I swore I would never eat fish again. And I ended up eating fish again, but I like fish. That's the thing, is I like it, but oh, it'll be a while before I eat fish again. It will be.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely will be. But oh, so.
But I mean, otherwise, yeah. Am I paying for it today? Abso-freaking-lutely. Is it worth every ache and exhaustion and pain? Yes, it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You deserve to have a good weekend.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about you because I know how it feels if everybody else can do shit and you can't do it. I mean, it sucks. But good.
I've been used to it because I've had celiac for a long time. So a lot of times I go to parties that I could never, and that's been since I was 28. So I'm used to it.
Right.
So now, but the thing is, and I was trying to, talking to somebody, but when you are around food,
Kimberly,
when you're around food, and you smell it and you see it, and yourself, everything starts working. Your digestion starts at that moment.
Right.
I'll start having issues just by smelling food. I can have issues.
Wow.
How I'm feeling, whatever the day is, whatever the
that would suck.
But but for instance, I was around the food, but at the same time, I know, if I eat something and if it's not going to sit right, it's going to then ruin the rest of my night. So what's the best thing to do? Not to do it.
Eat it.
Not to just not.
Well, I know when I got sick, when I got that food poisoning, I probably, it lasted 3 days. And after there, I was so cautious about eating because I did not want to feel like that again. I swear to God, I thought to myself, if I die, I'll feel better. That's how bad it was.
Oh, I've had those days before.
God, I was like, just take me. It's like, I couldn't stand it. Oh, that was bad.
That sounds like food poisoning. Yep.
It was. I'm absolutely sure it was food poisoning. And I know exactly where I got it from. It was a restaurant. It was a fish. It was the only thing I had eaten. And it just hit me. It didn't hit me until that night. And it was, oh, God. It was bad. It was so bad. But anyways, I think I'm going to end this. It's been an hour. I don't know. I can't stay on for more than an hour anymore.
Yeah, no, I was I was texting you something, and then all of a sudden, as I was about to send it, my mom calls. So when I ended the phone call, you were like, "Come on up," and I realized how far back that was. I'm like,
yeah, it was quite a while ago. I'm like, yeah, come on up.
Always know if I'm on my phone, that's a possibility somebody called.
It was so nice in your stream the other day when Lisa came up, and I really like her. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a sweetheart. You guys need to do another stream about the royal family again.
Yeah,
I really love watching about them.
Yeah,
See, I'm giving you ideas.
we enjoy that we enjoy that talk. We just I
And you haven't done one about what's his name either for a long time. Hi, Ale. Johnny Depp for a long time.
Well, and I'll tell you what, there's been small things happening with the whole Johnny Depp thing, but because I'm not going to sit here and just shit on shit on the turd constantly. I call her.
No, I didn't, Ale, because I could had no proof that it was the restaurant. Like you go to a restaurant and say I got food poisoning from your fish. How are you going to prove that?
I mean, it's really hard to prove and to say, I'm suing you for food. I don't think anybody. Yeah, it's hard to prove.
How could you prove it? Like unless the doctor, unless you went to emergency and said I just ate that. Unless the doctor, told me.
And even then, I'm like, I don't know if
I don't even know if then
doing anyone for food poisoning.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know how you
guys ever watch Kitchen Nightmares? Good grief.
I never even thought. I was so sick for 3 days straight that was the last thing on my mind, was to sue anybody or call the restaurant.
You just wanted to die at the moment.
Right, exactly. And it was funny because I was on a date. My date called me the next day. It's like, how are you feeling? I'm like, not good. He ate something totally different. He was fine. I'm like, not good. Don't even talk to me. I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to anybody. Go away.
Yes. I couldn't do anything. I could barely move. That's how sick I was.
It was funny. You know what? Not to be so like gross, but we're talking about sickness and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I, as well as True Helper, were in Preston and Steve. I keep telling you, I listen to them in the morning now, or watch them. And they're a Philadelphia radio station that are now doing streaming, and they're new at it. They're having some, kinks and here and there and stuff, but it's going pretty well for them. I enjoy it because I get a really bad signal here, so I really don't get their radio station that well. Now these are guys that I knew and hung out with for a long time back when I was younger. Like I think the last time I saw them was like about maybe 5 years ago, but I haven't seen them in a while because I don't live in.
You should call in when they have a call-in thing. It's like, guess who?
Yeah, well, I don't want to have to sit here and try to explain who I am. Like that's annoying. So, like for instance, like.
Well, they would know you, right?
But there's a line of people who are standing there. I'm like, are you kidding? Do I have to stand in line to say hi? Are you? And that is the truth. Like they are local celebrities to a point that, like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like if I'm with my kids and stuff and I'm standing and I'm not working for the radio station, I can't just come back there and be like, yo, what's up? Even though I know you. Like I have no business being there. So I'm like, God damn it. I gotta say, really? I had to stand in line to meet my friends. And I went by and it was like cool. They were like, wait a minute. So they all pulled me aside. We got to talk for a little bit and stuff like that. So it was good to see them. But it's great watching them and seeing them. So True Helper's in there all the time.
I'm going to have to start going in there when I don't go live in the morning.
Oh my God. Well, Preston started talking about, he's like, we went out to this party on Friday. He's like, we had a really good time, this, that, the other thing, blah, 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 blah. And so he's like, so Saturdays, like I wake up and I go to the bathroom and I got to do, what I got to do. Like my daily duties, And he's like, and, a little comes out. He said, and all of a sudden, he's like, I get this rumbling in the one side of my body. He's like, and he's like, it's pain. Horrible pain. And he starts telling, and then he's like, nothing's happening. And he's like, by the hour, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So it's not getting better. So his wife, who I actually know, she was like, I think it's time for you to go to the hospital. He's like, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. And so someone called and they're like, were you vomiting? He's like, not yet.
Jeez.
Go to the hospital and he starts vomiting in a trash can. He's like, and it's not like, just throw it up. It's like one of those blah!
Projectile vomiting.
He's like, I walk past. He's like, as I'm the rolling me past with me with the bucket in my face. And he's like, sorry for the show, people.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can
He
you
goes back
imagine?
and I'm like, oh, we're all thinking, could it be this? Could it be that? Da, 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 da. So all of us in the chat are sitting here trying to figure out what might possibly be wrong. But, he's going on with the story. And then it turns out he was constipated.
Oh my God.
And he's like, are you kidding me? They're like, no. He's like, well, he's like, what an asshole. I felt like, he's like, because I took up a bed in the ER really for constipation. He's like, I went home in so much pain. I'm like, thinking to myself, they didn't even get you out of pain at least to help you with that. But an opioid would only make that shit worse. So that wouldn't have been good for
What, constipate them?
Yeah. Oh God, no. Yeah, that stuff will block him like nobody's business. But
Yeah, we're gonna buy a house, Ale.
you're buying a house.
We are. We're looking into it. Yeah.
Aren't you living in a house?
Yeah, we are, but we don't want to live in the city. My husband doesn't. My husband wants to move to the country. He wants to be closer to his daughter, and he wants a bigger land. More land and more. He's an outdoors boy.
That is
and then I can get my dogs, my cat.
That is our plan once the kids at least go to college, is to move out of New Jersey. I want nothing to do with this state anymore. Really don't.
I mean, if he had his way, we'd be moving to Alaska. I swear to God.
Oh,
we wouldn't even have indoor plumbing. We'd have freaking outhouse, which I would never go for.
But here's the one thing. I know two friends that moved to Alaska, and for every one girl, there's like 15 guys. Meaning there's so many more men than there are women. So they're basically hit on all the time. So you'll get hit on constantly.
Oh, not at my age. Not at my age.
Hey, like, as they said,
not at my age. I won't get hit on. No, we'll probably just be going, up north from where we are now in Pittsburgh. That's where his daughter is. I'm not sure. Probably New York.
Oh, so
not New York State.
Yeah, you mean up even further north?
Yeah, further north. Oh, he wants to be.
We'll go south.
If he had his way, he loves winter. He loves the cold weather. He hates the heat. He hates summer. I mean, I don't like heat. I don't like the hot heat either. But yeah, he likes. Sounded like an amazing time, Gingerlocks. Cool as hell. And yeah, I don't know how our birds went from the amazing team they were just a few years ago to where we are now. It's crazy.
Oh, it's horrible. It's sad. It really is. Like, it was such a, I mean, I am a huge football fan. I mean, I'm probably more than beyond and like a huge football fan, and being a cheerleader, I guess, and being into football, all my life for and then I, once I got out of high school, started following the Eagles and things like that. And, I've always been a huge football fan, and there's just nothing to cheer about with this team.
Yeah, we want seasons. My husband has to have seasons. We have to have snow in the winter. He does not want to live somewhere where there's no
warm
seasons.
And dry is where I want to live.
Siberia. He probably would, like Jem. He probably would. Behaving. Look who's in chat. It's our misbehaving.
Misbehaving. My voice is cracking. Why is my voice?
Hello, hello.
It's not like I partied that hard, for Christ's sakes. I went to bed more.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Tell us
not
all.
kidding.
Tell us all the dirt.
Kidding. Not kidding.
Oh, my God.
And life is a gem. How are you? Good. I'm just looking. I'm sorry. I didn't even have my
Yes, he
comments.
does.
My bad. My bad.
He does see, he sees bears in the wood all the time on his cam, all the time. That's why I won't go in the woods with him. Nope. Nope. Niche. Nada.
I
I
think
won't
that,
go.
like I think my
I will not
I
go
think
in the
this is my
woods.
grandfather's saying, but my grandfather, like, if you really wanted to do something, or something sound are you kidding me? Yes. Like, instead of saying that, they used to be like, does a bear shit in the woods? Like,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they do.
Actually, the bear that he caught, one of the bears that he caught, the huge, I'm telling you, this bear was huge, was actually trying to eat his camera. He was licking the camera. I'm like, what did you do? Handle the camera with food? Because that bear looked like it wanted to like swallow it.
Kimberly, wait, hold on. Kimberly, that is definitely one of the states we are looking to move to. But we don't want to be on the coast. We want to be more inland.
Yeah,
in Georgia. Our friends are down there, and I was asking them. They're like, "You guys should just, do something. One of these years, come down and visit and see what you think of the area." They're like, "We wish we would have done this sooner."
sure.
Not miss they miss the people in PA, but they're like, "We certainly don't miss the cold. I mean, there's rare occasions that it'll get really cold and stuff like that, but it's not like up here. Like, it's literally, we've become, and especially I feel like here in New Jersey, it's become like the Portland, Oregon. We have like the rain, I feel like, all the freaking time. It's like we're like, right now the sun is shining. I'm like, yes. And every time, like, we swear to God, this whole weekend we would step outside, the sun would go in. I'm like, do I have the clouds hanging around my head? Why is it like every time you step outside, it starts to rain?
It rained a lot it did rain a lot. It rained a lot here too.
Off and on, and
For like the last couple of days, it's been raining a lot.
And no lie, my hair.
But today it's sunny.
My hair was so poker straight for the party, and I had it all in these curls. I can't tell you how many hours I put into curling my hair and spraying it.
Oh,
and because it just flopped. It was poker straight. Like, damn it. I mean,
my hair goes straight. My hair goes all frizzy when it gets wet and humid.
Well,
frizzy.
Because of the heat and everything and doing it up and stuff, it just went straight.
Yeah.
It just went poker.
I would prefer to have poker straight hair, but my hair gets frizzy. It doesn't even get curly. It gets frizzy.
Like my friend Jill, I'm like, oh my God, like, you totally look like you're in the 20s. She's like,
which one was, oh, never mind. You could tell me later. But yeah, that was, well, which one was she? Was she wearing like a band on her head? Because there was one that looked totally from the 20s.
With the one who was in the white?
What's that?
The girl who was in the white?
Yes, that one.
That was her. That was the birthday girl. That was my best friend's sister, who I am friends with. Like, we are good friends. And yes, that was the birthday girl. My friend was, if you saw in the picture, she had a hat on, and she gotten her hair cut really short, and she had the S's.
Did she get a cut short for that?
Well, I don't know, but she said, I doubt it, but she's like, I'm 1920s ready now. But she had the S's perfect. I'm like, I couldn't do the S's at all. Like, it was really hard to do with my hair. But because she had such short hair.
Oh, that little like thing in the front on your forehead.
No, like
Girl?
no, like what happens like when you the side of your hair, like
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I
it
know what you mean.
they actually like your
Your
curl.
hair's too long though. That's
My
probably why.
yeah, my hair is longer. Um, and yeah, my friend Jackie, she had her hair put up. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, that probably would. I'm like, but we already, it was enough money that we were spending. I'm like, I can't spend anymore.
Well,
I'll
at
figure it
least you had
out.
fun. At least you had fun.
I did. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm hurting, but it's okay. It's all good. And my husband's like, look, we still have the pork. I'm going to make the pork for dinner. Just chill out. We don't need you getting overworked, over hard. He's like, don't do anything today. I'm like, okay. So,
Oh, nice. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm not going to do
but
much
I
today.
mean, he knows me though. I will.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
will. And I always have to get the child out off to school. So and
Well,
that alone, and because she is like, oh my god, she is not a morning person at all. And she's like, and I'm like, oh, Alexa, like she's like, she gets like a little nasty with me. Like, no, we're not. This is not how it works. Get your butt up. Yeah, and like you're gonna have to get used to this. I'm like, what's gonna happen when you go to middle school? And then you have to be up at 5:30. She's like, I don't know. I'm
well,
like, I do. You're
what
gonna
time
get.
do your kids usually sleep till? Like, I mean, when they don't have to get up.
So, honest to God, if there was a Saturday and like we had nothing to do and they were sleeping in, I mean, it would be like 12 o'clock. I would go upstairs and be like, but I think they would sleep till like at least 11 to 12 o'clock.
That's not bad.
For 14-year-olds and 11-year-olds that really aren't that active, it makes me.
They're
I
catching
have
up on
one
their
daughter.
sleeps from that they missed during the week when they went to school.
See, my daughter like has been doing the play, and she's play practice right now. She's doing Romeo and Juliet, and apparently her teacher had this. They've had like postponing practices constantly. So I said, you guys are probably in store for like crazy practices coming up soon because you guys have this coming up like in like what 3-4 weeks. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, that's Shakespeare. She's like, oh my god, like she thought about it. I'm like, I'm not trying to stress you out. I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, what is your teacher doing though? I'm like, that's not cool.
True
So
helper. What child is a morning person? Both our boys weren't. Our oldest was less pissy in the mornings, but it was typically a threat fest with our youngest. My son
oh
was
my
bad. He
god.
would sleep till, if
Say
you let him go, like he would sleep until the afternoon. Like he would be sleep till 2. And then when you tried to pull him out of bed, he'd be like, he'd have to have something to do.
well,
Oh, he was bad.
the funny thing is like she has this like really one of those like reading lights right above her head. So I turned that on immediately because it shines right in her face.
Oh, jeez.
Because it's really difficult. Like I have to be like, all right, come on. Like, I would throw water on her face. She'd still look at me like, ugh.
That's the youngest one, right?
That's the youngest. Yeah, she's tough in the morning, man. She's tough. But we get it. She's been doing a little bit better. Like it was today wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But what's great though, I will say, this year for whatever reason, all lunches are free for kids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, guys, you're going to eat there. I'm like, I'm sorry if it sucks, but I'll give you snacks. I'll send you the snack, the snack, because they always say, especially with Grace because of her diabetes, I'm like, I'll send you with snacks, but you have your nutrition and everything already planned out for you there if you eat their food. So that's way easier than me, then I don't have to spend a half hour putting lunches together and making sure I have the right carbs for you to get to the nurse instead of the nurse going, oh, you have this. And they already know that information because it's part of the school food.
Yeah, the threat nowadays for a kid is like, you better get up or I'm going to make you play outside all day.
Oh no, they play outside all day. No,
I
no.
know. That's
Be on the
that's
computer.
that's a worse punishment now for kids. Like to make them like that was the
Right.
worst punishment for me when I was growing up was to stay in. The worst punishment for kids now is to go out and actually play with their friends.
Yep. Yep.
It's like
Yep.
amazing.
It really is a
It is because they want to be on their devices or they want to be playing, like
tough. But we'll do stuff sometimes, like just be like, it is fun, like as a group, and not
right.
just go out and play and find something fun to do.
Right.
And
Take
a
their
lot of
phone, they
times
freak.
Alexa
Yeah.
will go. If Alexa, sometimes she'll be like, not today. I'm like, no, you're going out. Let's go. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, sometimes you have to force them.
You know what? And as my husband says, you're not supposed to be their friend, you're their mother. I'm like, well, duh. I'm like, I know that. I'm like, they already hate me as is. I'm like, I'm on them like white on rice.
I already have that title. They're supposed to hate me. I'm not doing my job if they like me.
Well, see, and I said to him, I'm like, I grew up with all sisters, and I'm like, I'm hoping for boys. I said, but I don't know what I would do because I don't know what I would do with a boy. I don't know what a boy would want. I don't know what a boy would play with. I don't know anything what boys would want. So, with Grace, I immediately knew Grace was a girl. Immediately, like I could tell. I'm like, oh, this is a girl because I was just turning into a barrel. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so big. I was huge. And she was a big baby too.
How big was she?
She was almost 9 pounds.
Oh, she was big.
Yeah, she was. She was a mess. She
Oh
was,
my God, I didn't think.
and she got smaller. And then she was like so tiny.
I think all babies do. They always lose a few ounces. Because my daughter was born 8 pounds 9 ounces, and she went down to 8 pounds 3 ounces or something before we left the hospital.
And my kids were C-sections, so it's a little bit.
Oh, mine weren't. Mine weren't. I had to work for mine.
Excuse me.
I had to work hard.
For mine too. Trust and believe.
Yeah, but 39 hours of labor is working pretty hard, and that was back labor all the way.
29. I'm right there with you, babe. 29 hours of back labor as well.
But I actually had to give birth the hard way. You know what I mean? Like I actually had to. I didn't have they should have given me a C-section, but no, they didn't. My doctor didn't believe in them, so it was like.
And that was what was weird for me because they did really wait for the matter of the time that they normally wait now. They really did wait a long time. And
I think
swear to God, Carla, I swear to God, they were like, let's finish watching. Like everybody was in the room watching American Idol. And it was like right when it was really popular.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like glued to it. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
I'm like,
yeah, I had a big team because she was a forceps baby. I had a big team. I think there was 7 people in my delivery room because she was a forceps baby, and she had bruises on her cheeks and her forehead because they pulled her out like this. And they really shouldn't have let me go that long because she was really, in a lot of stress. After 39 hours was like, oh. But my son was like, he came out like he was 6 pounds 3 ounces, so like he was nothing. And it was 14 months later, so it was like, yeah, I was like taking a poop.
Now, see, with Alexa, I wound up with hyperemesis. Like so badly.
I don't even know what that is.
Morning sickness.
Oh.
But it's like not morning sickness, it's all day sickness and you're sick all the time.
Yeah.
So I was hospitalized a lot with her. And
wow.
they wound up putting me on a Zova. I wound up losing 18 pounds before I even started because
Yeah.
I just was vomiting nonstop. I'm like, oh, gee, maybe I had gastroparesis then. I don't know.
Maybe you did.
Yeah, I think I had it for a long time and they just never knew what to call it.
Nobody even knew I was pregnant with my son because I carried all in my stomach, my lower stomach. And people would say to me, you mean you're pregnant? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm like 8 months pregnant. No, you're not. Yeah, I am.
That's not a bad thing. That's not like weird people coming up and touching your stomach.
Oh God. Well, for Shauna, everybody thought I was having like twins because I was so big for her. Well, she was like 8 pounds 9 ounces, so she was big.
Like there was definitely a thing of like when I was pregnant with like older people who were like, oh, and they touch your stomach, and I'm thinking, what?
I never had that. No.
But oh, I totally did.
That would have creeped me out. That would have creeped me out. I would never touch someone's stomach. Never. I would never touch someone's stomach. I would just say it's creepy.
It really kind of does, and you know that there's like it's not an ill form or a nasty.
No.
It's just them admiring, and it's normally it was an older generation, and it was like, why do they think that's okay to touch my stomach? That's kind of weird. Like you're in the supermarket, you're like, I'm like, who are you? Why are you touching me?
Yeah, I never had anybody.
Yeah, I had.
Oh, really, Jen? I don't know what that is.
What's that?
Because she wasn't dilating fast enough, they gave her Pitocin. Pitocin? Is that how you say it? I am sorry. I cannot.
It's the drug to induce labor.
I must have had that because I was induced because I went 2 weeks over. They said when my daughter was born, she was like a 1-month-old baby because she was that big.
Wow.
And she had a whole full head of hair. Yeah, she was big. And then I got depressed because it was the first time I'd ever like been around a baby, you know? And I said to my husband came and he said, what's going on? And I said, I don't think I could take care of a baby. I just never thought, I've never done it. And so I got really, you know how they say postpartum depression? I think that's what I had.
Mm-hmm.
But I got over it. My kids made it.
We often know, like Grayson was choked once, and that was the scariest thing in the world.
Oh.
And I literally was holding her upside down and banging the shit out of her because she was choking from and she was an infant. It was and Jay was at work and she was choking because they wanted me to thicken up because she would throw up so much all the time. Like she would drink her bottle and it would go projectile. And so she had to be on that like crazy Alimentum from Similac, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like always the most expensive one. I'm like, you have to be the most expensive one. Jeez. They all were. I'm like, why can't you just be normal and just and honest to God, I talk to people and they're like, I don't know anybody who was ever on like normal formula and had no issues.
Really?
And because I couldn't breastfeed either. Like it was very hard for me.
I didn't want to breastfeed. I said, no, give me the needle, dry me up. I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
No, I did.
I wasn't that motherly type that wants to breastfeed and have my baby in my bed and breastfeed all the no. I wasn't.
Well, I had a breast reduction, and because of that, like they basically said, there's a very good possibility you will not be able to. So when that happened, that was like, all right, I got to make this decision now on whether or not that I care about that or not. So I made that choice. I went, well, if it happens.
They said you won't feel as close to your baby when you don't breastfeed, but I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I really don't. You love your baby no matter what. I didn't want to breastfeed. I just didn't want to. My youngest went to choke last week. Scares the life out of me. She's not done with that since baby. Oh, that scares me. That
See,
choking
like
thing
but
scares me.
nowadays, breastfeeding is the norm unless you cannot. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. My daughter breastfed.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
breastfed.
I did with Alexa for a little bit. It was better with Alexa than it was for Grace. Grace was terrible at it, so she just went straight to the bottle. So I was just like, all right, this is all just got to dry up, and that was that.
And then there's my daughter-in-law who breastfed until the kid was 3. I'm like, whoa,
No,
like
no,
that's a
no.
little like
Excuse
a
me.
little
I'm sorry.
extreme.
Can I have your boob, please?
The kid's walking around and latching onto the boob.
If
No,
they can bite you, it's time to stop.
yeah, when they've got teeth, I'm
Had to stop.
sorry, that's
That's
hurt.
my personal opinion. That everybody else is completely different. Everybody has different ways on mothering, and there is no right or I mean, there's just some like I look at some people, I'm like, they're doing great for themselves. I probably wouldn't do it that way, but I'm not going to judge you.
Oh my God, 3 pounds. You probably couldn't find a diaper to fit her. Wow, that's so small.
Who was 3 pounds?
Shaz.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine 3 pounds of butter?
Wow.
3 pounds of butter. I always think of it in terms of, pounds of butter, 3 pounds of butter. That's how small that baby was.
Wow.
And that gets a whole baby in there.
That's nuts.
That's like, oh, I would be so afraid to pick a baby up. I would be maybe not afraid myself if it was mine, but I would be afraid to let anybody else pick him up or her up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah, fading too.
Hour and a half.
Tired.
Wow.
To go lay down.
Thank you for coming up. Oh, are you tired? Are you still in bed?
No, I have been up. I've done myself, and I went back down and I'm laying down shortly. I'm just sitting in my bed.
Oh my God. She watched a documentary about a woman breastfeeding a kid till they were 10. That's a little, wow. That's extreme. That's extreme. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
to me, that's like Octomom. Like, sorry.
Oh yeah, she's weird. Her kids are all grown up now, aren't they?
I think I just saw a recent, I don't know, it wasn't an article. Who the hell looks at a magazine anymore? But I read it somewhere. That the kid, they're really apparently doing well.
Yeah, and so is what's that other one that John and Kate plus 8 or whatever? Their kids are all grown too now. Like they're all growing up.
But they're not doing so good family wise.
Yeah, I mean some of them are I think she's put one of the boys is autistic and she put him in some kind of place and she won't tell John where he is, which is wrong. I don't know. I never liked her.
She's not a likable person.
I just never.
I was totally sucked into that show as well, just like everybody else.
I was too.
The fight was very awkward. Do you remember like that episode?
He was so bossy all the time.
She was off. No. She was off. I did not blame John Gosling at all. He wound up turning into an idiot for a while. I think he's got his head on straight now and is taking care of the family who chooses and wants to be around. And I'm sure he's open to all. I see him being a stand-up dude. He had some downfalls.
Well, I always liked him and I never liked her. I don't know why. She just was so bossy all the time. Everything was a bitch. Her way.
She's a bitch.
No, she's not likable. She's a
bitch.
Yes, exactly. She's a bitch. She always was. Like, everything.
And the way she treated him was just
Oh
unbelievable,
yeah, she treated him like dirt.
unreal the way she.
But I mean, I'm so glad that she doesn't have a show anymore. Like I just can't stand.
Yeah,
I could not
yeah.
stomach watching her.
Where she was on? I guess it was with long. This was a while ago. They were on the Today Show, and she was with her two older daughters, right?
Uh-huh.
And they didn't say a word when they would.
I might have seen that one.
And
They're
she,
like in
why are
college
you
now.
talking? Isn't this it's weird? And I'm like, this is awkward. I'm like,
Because she probably threatens them before, don't you say this and don't you say that. You know, she's not even
I
letting.
don't know what they do. I can't say what it is that they do. I have no idea. But no, she's not a likable person. She just comes off, I mean, very arrogant.
Well, she put one child in a place for
Yeah,
learning, a place that for learning disabilities, and she won't even let his father know where he's at.
no,
So
the father has him. John has him.
what's that?
John has him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know where he is. I just saw recently I saw an interview with him, and he said she will not tell him where Colin is at.
Now, see, I have seen that he is now with him.
Well, maybe he is now. Good, good. I'm glad
But
he is.
I'm wondering if what you saw was like a while ago,
It might have been. It might have been.
because
I can't swear that it wasn't.
yeah, because yeah, that was what happened. And there he was like, no freaking way, no way are you putting him in there. I'll take him, and he
Mhm.
took him, and him and his son have a wonderful relationship. And I believe there's another child that lives with him as well. I don't remember who it was. But yeah, I think two children now live with him.
Good for him. I'm glad.
I just
Okay.
it's just weird. The whole, I mean, that was,
That whole
that
dynamic.
was an unpleasant, like when they had like really fell apart on TV. It was just uncomfortable to watch. I'm
And
like, this isn't.
I really liked that show. I really liked watching the kids, especially when they were young, because they were so cute and they were so funny. And, but then with her, I think she ruined the show because of how she was. She was
Kate
just
was
such
greedy.
a bitch, you
Kate was
know?
greedy. And then,
Yeah.
they got hounded by photographers because they did live in, not, they didn't live that far from where I used to live at the time.
Yeah. They were in Pennsylvania somewhere.
And so was I at the time. So they were not far from me.
Right.
And they would be at the local Walmart, and like they would have like photographers. I'm like, dude, you did this. Like, and she would
Yeah.
get mad. But I think there was times she loved it.
And she had bodyguards and all kinds of stuff.
Well, she
She
doesn't do
was
that
good.
anymore. No, and but see, you know what? She went on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
And
I remember that. I do
even he
remember that.
exposed her for the bitch that she was. He couldn't
See,
see.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw when she was on, but
And
I remember her being
she
on.
was god awful.
Oh, she wasn't good?
She was terrible.
Oh, good.
No, she did not have any rhythm whatsoever. So ballroom dancing and no rhythm.
Yeah, that's bad.
And he was, and like she had made it through, and I'm probably sure, like, they had a certain like commitment to when they make it through or whatnot, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was not good. And you could tell they did not get along.
Well, who gets
They
along with
tried
her?
to for the
She's a bitch.
and
Like nobody gets along with her.
like, no, she's awful. She was awful. You know who else I heard was awful, and it kind of broke my heart. I'm like, no, but I did hear this from more than one person. Wayne Brady.
Really?
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, when he's like, doing interviews and things like that and working in radio stations and stuff like that, we had him on. Everybody who dealt with him was like, oh my God. We weren't allowed to ask him this or that or do this or do that. And he wasn't like, he was at that time, whose line is it anyway? And he really did think, like, we went to go see him live. That's how much I loved him. But when I realized, like, oh, he's kind of a freaking jerk. And he was. Now, could he have changed? Absolutely. But
No.
back when I worked in radio, and so we're talking about in the early 2000s,
Or maybe he changed. Maybe he got
he
married.
was a jerk. Yeah. Well, you know what? He was younger.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes them to grow a little bit to realize, like, oh, I'm not that hot shit, am I?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I can, get sick and be normal just like everybody else. Like,
Right.
Exactly. So I will let you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for coming up. You always seem to find something to talk about that's interesting. Like I said the other day, like
people who are the people look at me go, do you ever shut up?
I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I said, like, I'm trying to back off of completely off of anything to talk about true crime or anything like that. I'm just backing away from it completely because it's just too much people doing stuff about that.
Right. I'm more, I'm still, I'm always going to watch Marissa.
Right.
But like the fact of the matter is that I like watching documentaries.
Yeah,
I like watching, like, I really, and you know me, I never steer you wrong. Have I steered you wrong yet?
No.
You've got to sit and watch this show. I know Halloween's here. You gotta watch the show.
The Squid Games.
Yes.
Well, I'll put it on. I'll give it a try. I'd give it a go. Give it a go.
It's called, now it's already dubbed, so you can get it in English. So you don't have to read subtitles and stuff.
Oh, well, okay. Then if it's dubbed, I will definitely watch it.
Yes, it is dubbed.
Give it a go.
And it's dubbed well, I will say.
Okay.
And it's just.
How many seasons is there? Is there?
It's just one. It's just one right now.
So it's just like different episodes, or
there's, if I'm mistaken, there might be 9 episodes or 8.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to start watching it. I'm going to be cursing you tomorrow.
I know.
I can't stop watching this. That's how it went with Shameless. I watched it, and I watched all 10 seasons in a week.
I'm like probably watching Shameless.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too. Like for a week straight. That's all I watched. 10 seasons.
And I'm getting you. And I didn't I make you watch Tiger King too?
Yep. Yeah, you sure did. Every time you tell me to watch something, it turns out.
And you know what?
I can't stop watching.
And you know what? Joking around, I bought stuff, with leopard print. Shit, if I'm not now into leopard print now, I have so many things with leopard on it. So many. I love the leopard print now.
Thank you, Ale.
Carol started a fad. Back up all over again. I mean, it happened before. But
well, I'm gonna give it a go.
Give it like telling you.
Mike says I'm gonna give it a go. And watch it.
Give it a go.
Thank you, Ale. Thank you, everybody, for coming in today. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for listening to us babble.
Yeah, we're just babbling. Yeah, and when you go live again, let me know so I can go in there and support you.
Yeah, maybe within the next couple of days. Lisa wants to go live and do stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I was speaking with Miss Murder, and she's just kind of doing her game stuff, and she's very happy doing that.
I'm glad she's happy. Yeah, I really.
And she's been busy. She's also been quite busy. She's actually been going to school to become a PI.
Oh,
So
good for her.
she is moving forward in her life. So I'm very happy for her.
Good for her.
Mhm.
Good for her. I'm always happy for people when they are doing what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what we need more of on here. Be happy.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Be happy.
And when we went to Bethlehem, when we were there, everybody who walked past, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm like, everybody's so nice.
There are a lot of good people on here. It's just like there's a lot of mean people on here too.
You know what? No, you know what? I've seen the mean people. I don't deal with the mean people.
I don't either.
I hang out with people who are good to me, and I'm good to them. And that's just the way it works. And I've gotten to know a lot of people. A lot of people I've met in person. Some I haven't yet. Carla, it's like I have met you in person. Might as well have.
I know. I mean, we talk almost every
Like
day.
you, Behavin, Jenna, Samara. I feel like I know you guys all.
I know personally.
Mhm.
Personally.
Yeah.
Did you watch Miss Maisley? I don't know who is that someone that's got a channel on here, or I don't know who that is. So I guess I haven't.
Who said? Where's that?
She said, Did you watch Miss Maisley?
Oh, have
You know what that is?
It's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? God damn it! What's it? It's the I can't remember the full name of the show. Yeah, I think it's Mrs. Maisley. I think that's her name. Yeah, it's a really good show. She's a stand-up comedian, and
I'll have to watch
who
it.
plays her is amazing. She's amazing.
I have been watching all genres, like funny, sentimental, horror, everything.
Although the
Mystery,
thing with Mrs.
documentaries.
with that show, it kind of lost me the last season, and I got to get back to it though. But I'm telling you, no, you do not go any further until you start watching the Squid Game. I'm telling
I will. I promise. You watch. You won't hear from me until like probably tomorrow.
No, I want to
And I'll
tell
go, damn you! You got me watching the Squid Games, and now I can't stop watching
after
it.
after episode 1, I want to text.
Okay, I promise I will. I promise I will.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming in. I love you all.
And if you guys got time, go
watch the Squid Games.
I gotta rewatch it because I missed a lot. So
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I definitely.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming in today. I really, really, really appreciate it. Sorry I look like crap today, but I look like crap every day. So put up your puking emojis. Bye, guys.